It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready, count to 60. Count, thank you.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Looking to put a drive together. In motion is Bo. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Now the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
19 tight. 19 tight. 19, 18.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
19,
42-yard line.
18, 5 years. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Mustang 19. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hey.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Shot 50, 79 Broncos. Check smash, check smash. 19 Lions.
Now they'll look to Willis to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Well, he finds his running back open downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to checking down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now a handoff running through the middle. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Cardinals at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Willis looks to pass it here. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And now here's a carry heading left. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now 2nd and 9.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Come on, come on. Hey. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Here's Willis. He'll try and do this himself. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. This from 25 yards out. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Ready?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Trap 60, trap 60. 13, 5 here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Second and 13. That is caught by Laporta. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
19 tight, 79 Broncos, 7 50, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Second and 5. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10. From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Cut back in. Cut
again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
19, 60 broadcast.
They'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And that makes it 14-10. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 104 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3.
Drop 50. Warriors 70. Panther 60. Panther 60. Buffalo 18.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Broncos. Bronco 80. Hey.
Here's a give up the middle. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Dragon 6, 19 Lions.
Back to throw, Willis. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Here's Willis. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will do it for this 1st half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought the 1st half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2nd down and 8. He'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll look to throw. Going up top. connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
On play action, they'll throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Sam Laporta, 36 yards. And the Seahawks take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. A try here for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw, Willis. Throw left side complete. That's Mullins. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Top low, 18. Ready. Pass to 60. Pass to 19 tight. 19 tight. 19 wide.
Willis takes the snap. They're going for it. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Straight ahead, Walker. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Looking to throw. And this is taken at the 5. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 35-yard line. 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
Now Willis to throw. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Willis looking to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Willis takes the snap. They're going for it. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Now Willis. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Willis. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Malik Willis keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Seven Pirates.
Willis will try and throw for this. Now a run here off the arc. And the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Now a 2nd and 10. Trying the left side with Walker. He takes this for 3 to the 29. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
60 Vikings, 60 Eagles, 19 sight, 19, Panther 60, Panther 60. Panther 80.
Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. That's caught downfield. It's Golden. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
They'll look to throw here. Throw out wide to Walker. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there at 22. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Drop 50, drop 50. Dragon 6, 65, 70 lying.
Up the middle they go. Coles. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Willis from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
79, Cup 19, Cup 19.
Willis got to have this one. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mustang 19, 60 Vikings, 60 70 Victoria, 70. Go.
Willis will look to throw it. And this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Willis to throw once more. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Willis looks to pass it here. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner, because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Now Willis to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Check smash. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Willis out of the gun. He's going to let it fly. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jalen Waddle, have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Hey, check that, street. Check smash.
That one looks like he'll throw here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Sam Laporta, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Here's 1st down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing, Willis. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Come 19. Come 18. Buffalo 18.
Now Willis. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Empty Cardinal, empty Cardinal.
But he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a two-score game here in the fourth. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers.
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.